Hello everyone, this is AI Seeking the Truth. Again, this is not Abnormal Investigation, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to invite you to if you enjoy the encounters like the one we're about to share. If you don't, you may miss some of these encounters that's coming out, and trust me, we got some really crazy ones. Today's encounter comes with a warning. This encounter will not be for everybody, so there is a warning with this. And again, guys, this encounter here will not be for everybody. Mike, I want to share something with you that happened to me when I was a child. I'm now in my 80s, so what I'm going to share with you is some of my thoughts and along with the story. It's very much a terror to me, and it's to show people that terror can come in different forms. As Halloween approaches, this is one of the monsters we must watch out for. I hope that you all will learn something from this encounter I encountered as a child. Alright. We lived in a small town where everyone knew each other. Our neighbors, Jerry, lived next door, separated from us by a fence. He was the town preacher. But despite his friendly demeanor, my parents were wary of him. They refused to attend his church, citing concerns that it had developed into a cult and a gossip hub for the elderly. Jerry always presented himself as a kind, compassionate, but I sensed a disconnect between his words and his actions. As I grew older, I began to notice inconsistencies in Jerry's behavior. He would often visit our house, sharing stories and offering advice, but his eyes seemed to hold a hidden agenda. My parents' distrust of Jerry and the church only deepened. Whispers circulated around town about Jerry's questionable methods and the church's exclusivity. I wondered if Jerry's charm was merely a front or a fakery. Was he genuinely devoted to his faith, or was he just a person that was using the covenant as a disguise for his actions? The ambiguity surrounding Jerry and his church left me with more questions than answers. It was a Saturday morning, and for some reason I was up early. I noticed Jerry was feeding his rabbits. He had a bunch of rabbits. He also had a small dog. While he was feeding the rabbits, his dog got under his legs and he fell. Before I could yell to him, "Are you okay?" he jumped up and used the GD word. I couldn't believe a preacher would say that. Then it got worse. He saw me watching. He looked surprised. Then on his hypocritical smile, he put it on. He started walking to our fence. He said, "Come here, son." When I walked over there, he grabbed me by my ear and twisted it until I had tears in my eyes. He then said, "If you spy on people, you will go to hell, especially preachers." I nodded my head yes and told him I wasn't spying. Then he twisted even harder and yelled, "Obey me." He then heard his wife open the door and he released me. I ran toward the house and he yelled, "See you later and God bless you." His wife is also the town gossiper. She was a coward to your face but ran her mouth a lot. One time I seen him outside and he was breaking the rabbits' necks with his hands. He was smiling. I asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "A man's got to eat," and he threw one of the heads at me, scaring me. Really bothered me. He committed so many sins, but the gossipers were so blind to him. Then one day, he got mad at his wife and started cussing her like a dog. She wouldn't stand up to him. So the neighbor boy named Scott yelled for him to stop. The preacher went walking right at the neighbor boy. He had his push mower with him as he mowed many yards in town. I thought he was going to beat him. I was scared as I was watching, but Scott was in high school and played football. Scott mowed a lot of yards in town and was in good shape. Jerry reached out and tried to grab him, and when he did, Scott moved as he was mowing the ditch. Jerry was old and fat. He grabbed the push mower, lost his balance, tried to hold on to the handle, and started running in circles with it, off balance, cutting around and around and around as the blade was digging into the dirt as he was running faster and faster in a circle trying to catch his balance. I laughed so hard until he fell, and he pulled it onto his face, the lawnmower. I heard the bones and meat been twisted into the blades, and then the mower stopped like it hit a stump or a hard rock. It just had that slamming noise and just killed the engine. He was screaming, "Please don't let him take me," over and over and over in his gurgling voice. He died right there, and I believe that he went to hell. I wanted to share this memory I have as a kid, a lifetime ago. Just because someone says there is something, don't make them good. I seen that firsthand, and I still have nightmares. That day changed me forever. I realized that faith and morality aren't solely defined by one's title or appearance. Jerry's actions left scars, but they taught me to never trust somebody just based on their appearance or their title. And I hope that you all will learn from this. Thank you for sharing my encounter. Wow. Yeah, that's a really dark encounter. I'm sorry you had to witness seeing that. It sounds like he was afraid of whatever was coming to get him. That's pretty scary. But, yeah. Wow. I don't really have any words. That's just a very dark story. I'm sure that some of our viewers will have some words for you. Thank you for listening, guys. Again, this is not Abnormal Investigations. This is AI Seeking the Truth. Please subscribe. Help support this channel as it's growing very fast. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you on the next story. Wow.